Marty, this is Travis Marty. This is the Rink. Oh, Marty.
Oh, you got this, guys.
I got it all. I just brought it so I wouldn't forget.
Test 1 2, test 1 2.
Just to let you know, it's called chat. Lipstick sounds.
What's up? Oh, you're good. We got it more over you. No worries. We will. Don't worry. Well, we are about a minute away from puck drop here in the Canton Ice House, the Red Rink, the site of this morning's action between the Northwood School and Washington Pride. 19U face off here, coming up in about 30 seconds now, between these two middle-seeded teams, looking for a spot in the finals tomorrow. Of course, the schedule has been adjusted here with that Division III men's tournament. Curry College, the top seed. Of course, this is their home rink, so some flexibility has been afforded here to the JWHL. And we'll have some real late playoff action here as opposed to that early NCAA tournament. Of course, plenty of NCAA talent will be featured on the ice here today. Plenty of future college players on the ice here today. A white-wearing Northwood School out of Lake Placid, New York. And then, of course, in black and gold, the Washington Pride staples, both these programs of the Junior Women's Hockey League. Northwood will send a few players to the locker room real quick as we get the pucks up off the ice and make our final preparations here at the Red Rink. Early morning here on a St. Patrick's weekend. Plenty of green. I spotted on my way in from the Boston area out here to Canton. Nice drive in this morning. Grab some dunks. A little iced coffee action. And we're ready to go. Both these teams are just about ready to go here in the Red Rink. JWHL playoff action. I'll get those starters for you as soon as they make themselves known. Does look like it'll be Vaderman Leto, as well as McGee out there on the ice for Washington to start it. Looks like Kramer out there as well as Blum for Washington as the skaters. And then between the pipes for Washington, number 30, the future Assumption Greyhound, Maria Suarez. Washington Pride ready to go. Those few skaters Northwood sent into the locker room make their return to the ice. Not sure, maybe they left their AirPods in or something. Either way, though, it does appear that the final preparations are made. Starters for Northwood in goal. Looks like it'll be number 33 for Northwood. It's Casey Clausen, a future Quinnipiac commit. And then on the ice for Northwood, number 22, Dyke. 26, Griffiths, and taking the face-off, Sarah Martin winning it back for Northwood. We are underway here. Second day of playoff action at the Red Rink, and immediately icing called here. 7 seconds gone, and our first stoppage of the game has already come and gone. So an offensive zone face-off draw here exceedingly early for Washington. Lee Hemingway to take it. She wins it back up top to the point for Vaderman to fling it towards goal off a skate in front out to the corner for Northwood. Eliza Quackenbush plays it up the right boards. Washington collects the puck at neutral ice. They'll skate it back into their own zone here. Trying to feed it through the middle there was Hadley Kramer. Knocked back into the Washington end by Northwood. Near side boards, Hemingway through the neutral zone over to Cronforst. Cronforst had the puck taken away well. I believe that was Penelope St. Pierre over in front of her own bench, but a misplayed pass sees Northwood reset in their own end. Again with St. Pierre. Takes it across the blue line, but good defensive stick there from Villette. Breaks up the play temporarily, walking it in towards goal. Or a Dyke, and then stiffed there by Maria Suarez in the crease. First minute of play, it's been back and forth. A shot on goal, I'd say, for each side. I'm not sure if that Washington fling on net found its way towards the cage of Clausen, but we'll restart here in the Washington zone. Haggerty coming up the left wing, flings it in off the end boards, just behind the red line there for an icing. So a few early stoppages here in this early morning on a St. Patrick's Saturday. St. Patrick's weekend Saturday, I should specify, as Northwood wins the offensive zone draw. Kicks off a stick back into their own end. And we'll have to reset here. Griffiths takes it up to Albrecht. Albrecht managed to fling it through, and then a miss on the pass there by Vaderman. Sees the puck skitter into the Washington Pride end. Pride trying to work the left wing here. It's knocked back into neutral ice where Vaderman collects. 2 minutes just about elapsed here in the first period of play. Still no score between Washington and Northwood. Puck scooped away from Blum by Taeyong Kim there. And Kim now walking it in towards goal. Excuse me, that's Wilkin who nearly got a shot off on goal. Still with it is Wilkin. And just lost her handle on the puck there to Kathleen McGee. McGee dumps it, chases her own pass as the Pride take the change. Nearly held in at the blue line by Alexandra Hemingway, the future Elmira commit. Plucked it back in the neutral or Washington end by O'Byrne. And I think we'll have our first penalty of the game here. A hooking is called on the ice. I do believe that will go against Northwood's Autumn Kelly. Class of 2026 enters the sin bin for a pair of minutes here. Early in the first period, and a power play opportunity for the Pride presents itself with 17:24 to go here in that opening frame. Ozone draw is won by Northwood against the Pride, and then good play there by Penelope St. Pierre to make her way up the right wing. Flings it in towards goal, off a skate and wide. Penelope St. Pierre worked it into the slot there, but like I mentioned, just had her shot kick off a skate. Almost had the short-handed effort to kick off the kill. What that would have done to morale, we can only speculate. But St. Pierre collects again at the center dot. And she'll send that one on to Suarez's frame and force a whistle out of the Washington Pride netminder here with 16:48 to go in the first. Minute 24 to go here. It was 16:48 to go. It'll be Washington on the power play. Trying to get things started in their own end. Here it is now with Blum. Blum kicks it up ahead to Leto. Leto tried to work it in towards goal. Just came off the toe of her stick there. Held at the point, though, by Vaderman. Vaderman drops it off to the near point for McGee, whose shot bounced off a friendly body in front, and then trying to work it in the crease there was Blum. Hadley Kramer picks it up off the boards, up top to Vaderman, working as the quarterback of that power play. It just kicks off of McGee's stick there, back to neutral ice. 35 seconds to go on the power play for Washington. And in her own end with it is Vaderman. Blum now up the right wing. Blum to Kramer in front of the Northwood bench, and then a dump and change there for Washington. Seeding the last few seconds of the power play here as comes off the boards. I think it was a shot there by Prantner from a tough angle. Had to be sticked away by Clausen. But Northwood gets the clear to neutral ice, and that will do it on the skater advantage for the Pride. Back to even strength here with about 15 minutes to go. here in the first period. No score yet between Northwood and Washington. And of course, apologize for my shaky camera work. I am holding the rosters in my right hand, holding the camera in my left. Doing my best one-man show here. Well, a stoppage here for another icing with 15:09 to go in the first. Northwood building up from their own end to the blue line for Hillary Wilkin. Wilkin finds Albrecht with some speed through neutral ice, and Northwood takes the offensive zone, but then a good pick off there by Hadley Kramer. She begins to pick up speed down the left wing. Quarter of the way through the first period here, and it has been a back and forth one, scoring chances at both ends of the ice. As this one will go back down to the Northwood end of the ice for an icing. 14:34 to go here in the first period. Northwood with a chance in front on the 2-on-0. It just bleeds in front of them. And covered well by Suarez. Good poise between the posts there by the Pride netminder. As Northwood charged at them to just cover that puck cleanly was good work. Hadley Kramer tries to feed it ahead up to Audrey O'Byrne, but that one just goes out in front for another icing this time. Goes against Washington. He's been the benefactor of a few icing calls here today, but they'll go back to their own end of the ice. Tired legs still out there with 14:18 to go in the first. Northwood manages to keep it in the zone with some good persistent forechecking, and then a shot from the blue line. Glove down. Washington sends it behind their own goal after the defensive draw goes their way, but a shot from the goal line extended. I think that was Quackenbush who fired one there. Had to be pad saved by Suarez. Sent around the boards by Northwood. Into the near side corner. Couple bodies from each team there. Pin the puck up. It's the Pride who come away with it, but good soccer work there at the point by Dyke to keep it in the zone. Shot just blocked down there as Gillis tried to make it top left corner. Now a bit of a 2-on-2 here for the Pride. Down behind the goal line of Northwood. Quackenbush. The pass a bit too hard off of the stick of Martin. And now the Pride trying to make some offense happen here, as flinging it towards goal was Ariana Evans. Autumn Kelly now comes up the right wing with it. The lone Northwood representative tries to feed it in the middle for a surging Taylor Stoll, but just had her stick lifted away from the play. Up top to the point, Audrey Hurlbert. Gets it to the top of the near circle for Kelly. Kelly had it sticked away, though, by Genevieve Villette. Trying to walk it in towards goal there was Campbell Haggerty. Comes away with Northwood. Taeyeon Kim has her puck taken away. And a lead pass just goes a bit too far out in front for an icing. They'll come back down to the Pride's end of the ice with 12:22 to go here in the first period. Puck won by Northwood. Just kicks it into the corner there. Does Anna Monette. Slapped to the near side boards by Riley Griffiths. Behind her goal now, Adeline Vaderman trying to build up some offense here up the left wing. Hadley Kramer tries to chip it ahead to Haley Benson. Kramer, though, stays with it. Offside, says the linesman. It'll be a reset as Northwood collects the puck in their own end, tries to get it up ahead. So I think that was Hillary Wilkin, who was kind of camping out on the offensive blue line there. The same play developing here. It just escapes the stick of Wilkin, but she manages to work it through the crease, but nobody on the other end of it. Wilkin working hard down low in the offensive zone, but Northwood was in a change, and just tough luck for her there. Got a big touch off the stick by Dyke. Sees possession exchange hands briefly before it's sent back in by LaChapelle. Great play at the blue line there by St. Pierre to keep the zone for Northwood. 11 minutes now left in the first period. It's back up top to Hurlbert. Hurlbert tries to hurl one towards goal, but it's off the skate of a Pride player in front. Still alive with Northwood. They nearly got it through, but I think Suarez might have got a pad to it. Either a pad or a skate in front kicked it wide, and the Pride clear the zone for a much-needed change. And good clearance there by, I think it was Kramer, who sent it down to the Northwood end, right on goal, forced the stoppage out of Clausen, and get that extra 10 seconds or so to rest, catch your breath after some good offensive zone time by Northwood. And this game is really starting to settle in. I think both these teams are starting to find their energy here on a bit of a sleepy Saturday morning, I'd say. I was feeling it this morning, getting into the rink. It was scraping myself off the bed this morning, I'll say. And both these teams seem to be well awake now here as we're about halfway through the first period. A chance developing here for Northwood as just getting away from the slot there was Griffiths. Tried to feed it back into the middle there was St. Pierre, and her stick snaps, and we'll have I think a penalty here. It could be a slash. I didn't happen to see it myself. I think it happened away from the puck, but it does not seem there will be a penalty. I think it's just cleaning up the debris out there, and an offensive zone draw here for Northwood. Looks like it'll be Sarah Martin to take it. She'll lean in against Sophia Leto, excuse me. Kept in briefly by Kelly, but it's cleared away by the Pride. Emily Malloy kicks it up ahead to Sarah Martin. Martin tried to get it in the middle to the slot. It just kind of kicked off the toe of her stick there, but Northwood stays with it. Gillis marking goal line extended with Martin. But coming up with it is Vaderman. Vaderman, a lightning quick defender and a cerebral one at that. Combines those two skills, really can pick your pocket. But just too far out in front on the clearing pass there. It goes for icing. 9:43 to go here in the first period. It'll be Hemingway for the Pride, and then snapping a shot towards goal there was Gillis, just wide left there. Near circle, another shot blocked in front, this time by Ariana Evans. Evans trying to kick it out wide to Cronforce. Cronforce, though, pressured by the Northwood defense, and they come up with it, the team in white. Nearly held it at the point there, did Hemingway, but Quackenbush collects in the offensive zone. 9 minutes to go here in the first period. Hemingway from behind her own goal line tries to send it around the boards up ahead to Cronforce. It's kicked away by Washington, but too far out in front of Brantner. Brantner, though, comes up with it, intercepts a pass by Northwood in the neutral zone. It's nearly a high stick there by Haggerty. Had she played it, it would have been a whistle, but Northwood managed to get their stick in there. And we'll go off the boards in front of the Washington bench towards Suarez's cage, where she covers with 8:41 to go here in the first period. Still no score between these two teams, but the chances have come. It's been back and forth, lots of neutral zone action as well. We'll see where this one goes here. Northwood wins the puck in the offensive zone. Malloy tries to snap one around the boards. Getting in the way of it, though, was Haggerty. And Haggerty, I think, a bit on top of the puck there as she was knocked down onto the ice. We'll have a whistle, as that is definitely a play that needs to be reset by the officials. No fault by anyone on the ice there, just the circumstances of hockey. Of course, the beautiful game, as we call it. Hemingway fully on, or I think that was Haggerty, excuse me, fully on top of the puck there. We'll restart from neutral ice. Puck won by Northwood right in front of the Washington bench. They send it around the boards behind the Pride goal. Near corner now, Northwood trying to feed it in the middle with Albrecht. Comes away with Monette, who tries to feed it in the middle, but off the skates of a Pride. 8:11 to go, a centering feed swallowed up by Suarez. And we'll have another O-zone draw here for Northwood. Eight minutes to go here in the first, and as I mentioned just a few minutes ago, no score yet. A couple saves on each side by each goaltender, but no real grade A chances, I'd say, but one could be coming here as off the end boards in the far corner there. Did Albrecht send the puck? Back to neutral ice, and good check there by McGee. Sees her come up with it, and then right back to defense there was Northwood to disrupt the play. 7:32 from the blue line. Vaderman trying to feed one towards goal. It gets through traffic but wide. McGee misplayed it at the point. St. Pierre comes up the left wing with it. Tries to stick handle through the Washington defense, but they escort her harmlessly towards the end boards where Suarez picks up the puck. 7:16 to go here in the first, and still no score. Plenty more JWHL action coming up here today. I might have mentioned the NCAA men's tournament, Division III men's tournament, kind of compressing our schedule here. We had to play a lot more games here on Saturday due to Curry College's practice. Shot from the point, got the deflection. The rebound by St. Pierre is saved by Suarez. Dyke sent it in from the blue line and putting it on goal with the deflection. I think it was La Chapelle who got her stick on it, and then St. Pierre got the rebound nearly to go. 7:02 to go here. Offensive zone draw for Northwood, won by Washington. The clearance off the skates of a Northwood player. Digging it out from behind her own goal line was Hemingway. Kicks it up to the right wing for Prantner. And Prantner sends it off the end boards. St. Pierre comes up with it for Northwood. Kicks it out towards Crowley. Crowley to St. Pierre, who snuck her way into the back post there. Just a bouncing puck hopped over the blade of her stick. Held at the point by Northwood. Dyke off the toe of her stick just wide. Again held at the point by Northwood. This time the far point, Riley Griffiths. Now walking it in is La Chapelle as she flings it off a goal, off a leg in front. And then Suarez gets the glove to it. Bit of a chaotic sequence there with 6:05 to go. Puck up on its edge, spinning like a top, and Suarez just snatched it off the ice. Sarah Martin leaning in against Benson. Benson wins it back for the Pride. But that Northwood forecheck really is cranking up the pressure here in the later parts of this first. Quackenbush comes up with it, fires it off the pipe. I think Suarez might have got a blocker to it as well, but the pipe was definitely wrong there for the first time in this one. I would call it a bit of a full court press almost by Northwood here. A bit of basketball coming at you. It is March, of course. Quackenbush gets it at the far circle. The Pride defense swallows her up and comes away with Faith Jordan. Down the length of the ice, Clausen out to play it. Kicks it up to the near side boards where Gillis collects. Sends it across the neutral zone for Quackenbush. Red line and a dump as Northwood takes the change. Collecting on the weak side here, Kathleen Gillis. Kenna Gillis, excuse me, read that completely wrong. And now Washington can come up with it with Vaderman, who carried some speed through neutral ice, but just played it from behind the red line for an icing. 4:59 to go here. Into the last 5 minutes of play in this opening frame of action here on the Red Rink today. Yeah, the corner is tough. Tough spot to see here on our camera, but I'll get you all the action there. I got the two eyeballs, the Mark 1 eyeball, as they say. There's a pinballing puck here in front of the penalty box. That one sent around the boards where Quackenbush nearly comes up with it. It's sticked away, though, by Blum. Where Northwood will have to reset in their own zone. Gillis tries to backhand one in the middle for a eagerly waiting Taylor Stoll, but the future SUNY Canton commit does not connect. Now coming up the other way, though, is Hadley Kramer. Near side corner, behind the goal, far side corner. Big circle around the offensive zone there, and then just stumbling a bit there after she played the puck was Madeline Hill, and that gave Northwood that split second to pick up the puck. Bit of a traffic jam in front of the benches as Northwood and Washington tried to change. Picking up speed, though, is Elbrecht. Centering feed, bounces right back to her stick. Elbrecht works her way to the high slot. A shot sticked down by Blum. She deadened it and forced it harmlessly into the glove of Suarez. 3:44 to go here. And the whistle is due to the net coming off the moorings ever so slightly. We'll take the net coming off. I was down in Foxborough for a game. We had a chunk of ice come out of the rink. That was not fun. We'll restart here in the Washington end of the ice. That is fully intact. And Cronforce will play a D-to-D over to Evans. Evans tried to play it up the right wing there for Prantner, but it is poked away by Northwood. No icing, says the official. Malloy sweeps it D-to-D over to Taeyeon Kim. St. Lawrence commit. Kim tries to scrape that puck off her feet, but the Pride swallow her up on defense now with 3 minutes to go in the first. Still waiting on the first score of this game. And if there was a player who looked the most goalie today, it would be maybe this one. Pierre walks it in towards goal, tries to fling it into the top left. I think Suarez got a piece of it again. Now from the slot, a shot saved by the pads of Suarez. The future Greyhound now busier in the later parts of this first period. Laura Dyke flips the puck into the offensive end, collects it after a blind pass by Washington. Dropped off at the point for St. Pierre. Back for Dyke. Dyke tries to fling it towards goal. Got a deflection. Unsure if it was a Pride or a Northwood player, but still Northwood possession here. As time dwindles in the opening frame. Near side point. Off the side netting there. The base piping of the goal. Center of the blue line, a shot. Another stick save by Suarez. Northwood pouring it all over the Pride here. This offense has come alive. LaChapelle tries to walk it in towards goal along the goal line. Struggling a bit on the ice there was Audrey O'Byrne, as the Pride will ice it, and O'Byrne heads to the bench, but she was a little slow to get up after taking a spill behind her own goal. Seems to be all right, and she headed to the bench under her own power. 99 seconds to go. First period play. Puck one to Malloy, far point. Skittering puck collected by the Pride, but Hadley Kramer is sent down to the ice in a We've got a big tangle here. I think Kramer and I want to say Kenzie Gillis tied up there behind the Washington goal. Looked like maybe some of the Gillis's glove got stuck in the cage of Kramer's mask there, and led to a bit of a comedic play. We'll restart from neutral ice, right in front of the Washington bench with minute 24 left on the clock. No score. That could change here in the final 80 seconds or so of play, as sending it around the boards was Kenzie Gillis, where Quackenbush collects on the far side. Martin tries to scoop it towards the middle, but it's collected by Washington. Pinballing puck coming up with it was Washington. Tried to feed it ahead to McGee, but it comes away with Malloy out wide to Quackenbush. Leto down the length for an icing. 47.6 seconds to go here in the first period. And the chances have gone the way of Northwood, I would say, just eyeball. But Washington has had their fair share as well. But those last 5 minutes or so has seen a lot of offensive zone time for Northwood. Coming up with the puck temporarily was Monette, but the Pride escaped with possession into the zone. Cronforst collects it nearly goal line extended, and then in front of her own net was Hillary Wilkin. Had to quickly skate that one away to the wing. Wilkin again comes up with it. Albrecht now collects the drop pass. 20 seconds to go. Slapped in towards goal, looking for the deflection was Dyke. And it'll be the Pride who try to clear it. Kramer knocks it just over the blue line, but it's still with Northwood as Griffiths sends it in. 5 seconds to go here. The Pride trying to make it one last rush, but Northwood will get in the way. Last second shot here off the shin pads of Evans, and that'll do it for the first. No score after 20 between Northwood and Washington. We'll be right back after a couple minutes.
I don't even know if that fixes it.
Yeah, that's good. It's more the wall.
I know. I'm sorry. You're probably still good there. You're just getting a lot of face time. That's all right. Getting a lot of people to frame it. It's on top.
Quick reset here between periods. Only the couple minutes of intermission, and we're right back at it. Penelope St. Pierre for Northwood enters the offensive zone and scorches down that left wing. Cries for holding come out from the crowd here in Canton, but a backhander bounces off the skates of a Pride in front of goal. Coming up with the puck for Northwood, LaChapelle dispossessed briefly behind the goal. St. Pierre comes up with it. Shot from the blue line, sticked away by Washington. They clear down the length for an icing. 19:24 to go here. Second period of play. Offensive zone draw will be taken by penalty St. Pierre. Class of 2027 for one of the younger players on this Northwood school. And just quick look, I think she's tied for the youngest in terms of class with Gillis. Washington, though, trying to clear their lines as Northwood makes it real tough. Hauled down to the ice there was Megan Crowley. Coming towards the bench is Clausen. Delayed penalty in action here, and the extra skater is on for Northwood. Only for a few seconds, though, as it's touched up by Washington. 18:53. And it'll be a penalty against Washington's Eleonora Prantner, the St. John Fisher commit. Complete commentator's discretion there. I did not see the referee's call, so I'm going to call it body checking. That's what I would have called it. I think it was a bit of much there for open ice. Either way, though, it's Northwood with the extra skater on the ice. Trying to make it count quickly was Quackenbush, but just put her shot over the top of the cage. Taeyeon Kim quarterbacking the power play here for Northwood. From the blue line, kicks it out to Malloy. One-timer from Quackenbush, just nubbed it ever so slightly. And it goes wide. 30 seconds, just about elapsed here in the power play for Northwood. Malloy flings it in and then upended along the boards. Quackenbush sweeps it to the far side boards there, and then a bit of a spill there. Gillis helped down to the ice by a Pride player. Quackenbush spins, plays out to Malloy. Malloy looking towards goal off the legs of Evans. Chipped in from the blue line by Kim. Now down low with Albrecht. Gillis, Malloy, Kim, Gillis again, top of the far circle, kicks it down low behind the goal line for Albrecht. We're already halfway through the Northwood power play here, 50 seconds to go on the skater advantage for them. Ooh, a tough bounce off the boards there. I think caught Malloy off guard, and that allows Blum to come away with it, at least to the neutral zone. That'll give her team time to change. And with 30 seconds to go here on the power play, it's Northwood's Taeyeon Kim who drops it off in her own end for St. Pierre, who churns those legs up the left wing to pick up great amounts of speed. Self-pass off the half wall, collected by St. Pierre. Sarah Martin had her pass off the stick of Washington's Hemingway, and now 10 seconds left to go on the power play for Northwood. Suarez came out to play it, but it stays with Northwood. 5 seconds now. St. Pierre kicks it over to Dyke. Dyke from the top of the near circle. A bouncing puck right in front of the crease. And the net comes off its moorings. 16:49 to go. Just about 2 seconds. Back at even strength. And our first stoppage will be an offensive zone draw here for Northwood. So a chance to make it count at even strength after they came up just short on the power play, but nearly snuck one in there at the end of the skater advantage. St. Pierre wins it back. LaChapelle sends it around the half boards. Back up top to a falling Riley Griffiths, managed to keep it in the offensive zone. Sarah Martin from the near circle tries to chip it in. St. Pierre was in front, swept her stick at the puck, but Suarez was there in front of it. She holds on to it, and it was 16:31 to go. Another Northwood draw here, and Washington hemmed into their own end a bit here. Need a spark on offense to flip the ice in their direction. St. Pierre tried to knock it forward on the faceoff, but Washington manages to fling it down the length of the ice. No icing. A perfectly weighted puck there, as Washington had just enough on it to keep it from being icing, but still clear it down pretty much the entire length of the ice. Now Northwood trying to get a good clean entry into the zone. Washington's holding a higher line here on their defensive blue line, maybe making it a bit more difficult for Northwood to enter cleanly. Hillary Wilkin picks up some speed as she wheels from the middle of the blue line towards the right wing. Now on the left wing, though, drops it off for Elbrecht. Her backhand pass skitters off a Pride player down the length. Casey Blum, though, I think maybe caught Riley Griffiths napping a bit as she chases the puck down behind the Northwood goal line. Blum comes up with it, feeds it in front, but sticked away by Clausen. Hillary Wilkin cedes the puck to Vaderman. Kramer tried to stretch it up ahead to Leto. Trying to hit the home run there was Northwood. Picking it off, though, Haggerty. Elbrecht from the near circle tried to sweep it to her forehand and just lost out, and then took a big spill there along the far side boards. Kim flings it off the pipe from the blue line. Elbrecht skates to the bench, thankful to see that after a scary looking fall into the boards. She'll take a moment as Washington clears. 14:34 left in the second period of play. Still no score. As Washington tries to force it up the middle. Coming away with it, though, Sarah Martin. Martin, good stick move, gets past one defender. Shrugs away the pressure of another. Behind the goal now, pinned along the boards by a pair of Pride. But it's held on with Kim at the blue line. Back to Kim, good little 1-2. Kim's shot just goes wide. Really lightning quick play there from Northwood. I think maybe even it caught Kim off guard a little bit as that shot went wide by a few feet. Pinned along the near side point by the Pride, and managing to pry the puck away there was Cronforst. Near side half wall, Quackenbush flings it to herself off the Pride end boards, but coming away with it there was Vetterman. She has had a very good game for this Washington defense so far. Kim flings one from the far circle, save made by Suarez. Didn't hold on to the rebound, though, still alive. Puck squirts out into the slot, but it's taken away by the Pride. Haggerty. There's the puck batted back by Manette. Stoll takes it into the zone for Northwood. It is pushed off the puck by the Pride defense. Coming up with it, though, Manette. Near side half wall. Is rubbed off the puck there. All right, good physical defense from Cronforst. Now the puck frozen on the half walls there. Referees barking orders and coming away with it. In compliance with said orders with Taylor Stoll, but it's knocked back by the Pride, forcing Dyke to collect it in her own end. Lauren Dyke gets some good speed by circling back behind her goal, skates by three defenders with ease and snaps one on goal, but it's saved by Suarez. I think a good decision there from Laura Dyke to snap that one onto goal. A pair of Pride defenders bearing down on her, but it gave the Washington netminder just that extra second to maybe see the puck in and made it a bit of an easier save. And then trying to skate it towards goal there was Lolly LaChapelle. Knocked off the puck by the Pride defense. From the blue line, sending it towards goal there was Eleanor Prantner. Northwood now trying to clear their lines. Casey Blum comes up with it. Goal line extended, slides it through the crease. Nobody there. Now Megan Crowley comes up with it. Had it taken off her stick in the neutral zone. Blum. Incredible work on the forecheck. Tries to groove it in front, but a diving effort there blocks it. Audrey Hurlbert, the Castleton State, making herself look like a castle there as she blocked that one. Sent in from the red line by Washington. Defensive change here as the fresh forwards come on. Northwood spins away with Autumn Kelly up the right wing. Just about at the halfway of this game. Still no score. Northwood, though, gets it at the blue line. Wilkin with a chance. Her shot off the shoulder of Suarez and out. Both netminders busy here in the second. Saves made on both ends of the ice. Suarez, though, has had the busier day. Her schedule has been jam-packed, as she's seen shot after shot after shot. Northwood comes up with the puck, but it's Evans who knocks it away, and then it's chipped up off the Washington bench. I think that backup netminder just caught a piece of it. And we'll restart at center, or neutral ice, excuse me. A little NCAA JWHL difference there for you. I think NCAA would have started that one at center ice. Trying to make a move towards goal, Jana Kronforst, but it's just pushed off the puck there. Like Kate Elbrecht, the RPI, Rensselaer Polytechnic University, or Institute, excuse me. Sarah Martin to the left of her goaltender Clausen. Wins the puck back to Dyke. Dyke sends a great pass off the half wall for Quackenbush, but it's just too far out in front. Good play by McGee to just slow down Quackenbush. Totally legal there. And, you know, of course, the institution of the interference rule about the mid-1970s would have seen that play go different about 50 years ago. From the draw, Northwood trying to walk it in towards goal there. Gillis nearly got a shot from the point. Save made by the stick of Suarez. Gillis comes up with possession, though. Back up top to Dyke. Dyke sends it in towards goal. Suarez made the save. Good play at the point again by Dyke. Her pass just off the heel of her stick allows Washington to clear. Quackenbush in the middle for Martin. Her shot just goes wide. Quackenbush's follow-up effort off the side netting. Gillis comes up with the puck and then takes a bit of the hit there as Blum collects possession for the Pride. Blum with a head of steam through neutral ice. Knocked off the puck well by some defensive checking from Riley Griffiths. Now Quackenbush up the right wing working with Sarah Martin. Her shot. Quackenbush's shot, I should say, off the skates in front of Kramer. Kramer now in the middle for Villette. Villette out wide to Benson, who flings it in towards goal. Under the halfway mark now, as there are 9 minutes, 35 seconds or so left to go in this second period. Malloy nearly tripped up there, manages to stay on her feet. We've got an arm up here. Clausen heads towards goal. The Pride touch it, and it'll be a penalty against the Pride with 9:26 to go. We'll see what the call is. I think it might be a hook. Yup, it is going to be a hook. And it'll be against number 11, Faith Jordan, Trine University commit. 9:26 to go. Northwood's second power play of the period. Third penalty of the game overall. We'll have a slight delay here as Jordan might have just accidentally gone into the wrong penalty box for a quick second there. We roll, though, as the Pride quickly get a clearance here to kick off the Northwood power play. Getting a good stick involved there was Evans. Slows down the transition up the ice by Northwood once again, and then misplayed puck at the red line. Gives Prantner a good chance to come up with it. Now making her way down the ice, Megan Crowley behind the goal. Minute 30 left on the Northwood power play. It's Dyke from the blue line. She sends it in. Penelope St. Pierre was on the weak side, and then knocking the rebound towards goal was Willikins. Suarez got a pad to it. Dyke collects the Pride clearance from her own goal line. It'll be a 200-foot transition here for Northwood. Penelope St. Pierre, though, eating up the feet down the ice as she comes up with the puck behind the goal line. Over to La Chapelle. LaChapelle walking it in towards goal. Weak side for Crowley. Had the puck taken away. St. Pierre whiffs on one in the slot. Maybe watching a bit too much spring training there. Big swing and a miss. 40 seconds on the power play, walking it towards goal, but a save made by Suarez. Stuffing LaChapelle there as she moved down the left wing. And with 38 seconds to go on the Northwood power play, it'll be an offensive zone draw for the team in white and blue. Well, this one has really picked up in the second period after plenty of stoppages in the first. This one's seeing a good bit more sustained play. As Malloy comes in from the blue line, had Quackenbush there. Shot from the rebound. Saved by Suarez. Kenna Gillis snapped that one towards goal. Elbrecht scoops it up off the half wall behind the goal, but chip pass goes up and out of play. 7:45 to go in the period. 19 seconds left in the Northwood power play. Faith Jordan in the correct penalty box, eagerly awaiting her return to play. Gillis. Malloy back to Gillis. Snaps a shot off. Elbrecht there in front of goal. Suarez got the initial save, and she covers the rebound to get the whistle. Suarez, I think if you look up blue collar in the dictionary, you see a picture of her right next to it. My goodness, what a hard-working day for the Washington Pride goaltender. Plenty of action for her, and not just any action, action like right in front of her face. Some really tough saves made here to keep Northwood off the board. 5 seconds on their power play. Malloy with a bit of space snaps a shot off, but it's blocked in front. Back to even strength here. Jordan sprints towards the bench. A shot from the high circle. Save made by Suarez. Kim flung that one through traffic. But another good kill here for the Pride in the second period. Keeps Northwood off the board, and some head taps there as McGee gives her goaltender their credit that they are due. Puck won by the Pride after it was frozen in the corner. Swept back, though, by Riley Griffiths, where Hadley Kramer collects. Down the right wing into the Washington end of the offensive ice. Blum, near corner, takes a hit to make a play. Still alive with it is the Pride. Kramer had her shot off of a skate in front, but then sweeping it towards goal was Hemingway, just put it wide. Vaderman, good play at the blue line, keeps the offensive zone for the Pride. Georgia Gillis sends it around her own end boards. Kicks up to Anna Manette. Intercepted, though, in neutral ice by Hadley Kramer. And that will go behind the Northwood goal for an icing here with 6:19 left to go in the second period. And yes, there is still no score in this one. But not without its fair share of excitement, especially with the special teams action here today. Northwood's power play seems to really be going as a shot off the face-off here by St. Pierre goes off the base of the net. Misplayed clearance there. Turns the puck over to Malloy for Northwood. She plays it down behind the goal line for LaChapelle. LaChapelle, great weak side feed for Crowley. Shot, save, rebound, score! LaChapelle gets on the go end of the give and go to score. 5:55 left of the second period, and Northwood takes a 1-0 lead. The future Boston University Terrier gets Northwood on the board here in the second. Northwood immediately, though, going back to work on offense, hungry for another goal here. LaChapelle seems to be feeling herself a bit after that one. Heads towards the bench for a change, but gets the zone for her team as Crowley keeps it with St. Pierre in the near corner. St. Pierre to Crowley down low. Spins away from pressure. Crowley walking it in towards goal. Puck bouncing high and back down to the ice. Malloy just let that one slip over the blue line. It's touched by Crowley for an offside here. With 5:05 to go in the second, it's 1-0 in favor of Northwood. Albrecht and Leto vie for the neutral zone faceoff. Comes away with Northwood. Vaderman, though, nearly played it away from Albrecht. Albrecht, though, comes up with possession. Knocked down low to the far corner for Wilkin. Kim. Kelly. Around the boards, behind the goal for Wilkin. She tries to force it to the slot, but the pressure of the Pride defense knocks the puck away from her, but it's still with Northwood, albeit temporarily, as Vaderman gets the clearance past Hurlburt at the point. 4 minutes, 15 seconds to go. Nearly misplayed it there, but fixing her own mistake, Laura Dyke. Dyke takes it down the length to make up for it, but Pride managed to get the puck back. Blum now picking up speed through neutral ice. Got a 2-on-2 here. Tried to feed it ahead to Audrey O'Byrne. Good to see her back out there. She took a bit of a knock. The pinballing puck there on the red line. Coming up with it, though, Jana Cronforst. Cronforst works it towards goal. It's held on to by Clausen with 3:41 to go here in the second period. Offensive zone draw won by the Pride. Malloy had to drop her stick as it would have been a hook if she held on to it. Quackenbush clears it to the neutral zone, but played it from behind the red line. Jesus Christ, I am so sorry. Yep, I spilled my water all over the gentleman in front of me. I am so sorry, sir. I did lose a... Apologies for the technical difficulties here. Northwood from behind their goal line gets things started with Kim. From the red line, swallowed up by Suarez. Apologies, of course, for my little bit colorful language there. Not the nicest words I said, but 3:09 to go here. An offensive zone draw for Northwood. And you win the puck back, but it's frozen along the boards there by Leto. Coming up with it is McGee. McGee, though, had it pushed away by a good back check from Kenneth Gillis. Good work there, getting back defensively. McGee gets it in front for Blummer. Backhand is saved by Clausen. Blocker save made by the Northwood netminder. Now Quackenbush trying to make a play happen. Takes a good physical play there along the boards to keep the puck with Northwood. Malloy up the right wing. 2:20 to go here in the second. Tried to feed it to Crowley, and it finds its way into the back of the net. The weak side feed intended for Crowley found its way into the goal. Not sure if it took a deflection off a Pride skater or off of Suarez herself. Either way, back of the goal is where the puck finds itself. 2-0. Now the score in favor of Northwood. And trying to make it a third-year lead pass up ahead to St. Pierre. From the blue line, a shot, shoulder save by Suarez. 2 minutes now left in the second. 2 goals the lead for Northwood. And number 2, Jana Cronforce, trying to make it happen for Washington on offense. Comes away, though, with La Chapelle, who feeds it up to her francophone counterpart, St. Pierre. La Chapelle nearly worked it into a great spot to score on the slot, but had it just sticked away by the Pride. 90 seconds to go here in the second frame of action. We will have an intermission between the second and third as we cut the ice here at the Cannon Ice House. Cronforce tried to take that one in stride. It comes away with La Chapelle instead. Her shot rifles off the feet of the Pride in front. Hemingway gets it up ahead to Villette. Villette, bit eager to get that one out of the zone, flings it right into the Northwood bench. And that will send it back into the Pride side of the ice. She didn't get it across the blue line just yet. Tough break there for the Pride here with 64 seconds to play in the second. Drop the puck here to the right of Maria Suarez. A play from the knees there by Genevieve Villette. Gets the puck out of the Washington zone. Shows the buy-in from these Washington players, even down by a pair. Up top to the point, across the blue line. Evans looking in towards goal. It's off of Malloy in front. Evans again chips it. Almost got a piece of it, did Villette. I think she did get a piece of it, but not enough to challenge Clausen, who's had a great game between the pipes in her own right for Northwood. 30 seconds left here in the second. Northwood trying to get one more here before heading to the locker room. Crowley tried to sweep it off the boards into the middle. A 2-on-1 chance here, maybe. But a pass behind McGee sees her enter the zone offside with 11.3 to go. That's one of the interesting notes I will say about this game. Not a lot of offside from either team. Real good zone entries, and I suppose you would expect that at this point. The playoffs, of course, when you should see the teams at all their best, fully operational Death Stars, as George Lucas would say. We got Ashley Kilstein on the color here as we head towards the break. 2-0 Northwood scores late in the second period twice to take the lead into the intermission. We'll be right back after a quick break here in Canton. Ready to go here in the third period of the second day of the first JWHL playoffs of 2025. We're just about ready to go. Puck is down and away we go. Northwood leads 2-0 after 2 periods. Goals from LaChapelle, and I believe they credited Malloy with that second one. Feed intended for St. Pierre on the weak side, just disrupted by the Pride. Coming in towards goal there was Riley Griffiths, had her shot blocked in front. Hadley coming up the other way with it. Hadley tries to center it to McGee. Had it bounce off of a skate of a Northwood player, and then losing an edge there, unfortunately for her, was Megan Crowley. Just, tripped over the blue line there. Crowley from in front of the Washington bench takes the tip to avoid the icing, and Washington goes back into their own end to collect. Nice saucer pass there from Kramer. Connects with her teammate up ahead, Haley Benson. Benson, though, repelled in the Northwood zone. Benson coming up with the puck, able to spin it around the boards. A fresh sheet of ice out there on the Canton Ice House Red Rink. Northwood now trying to make it a third. Shot coming in, I think it was Wilkin who got the shot off there, and then Wilkin looking for the tip in the slot again, didn't find it. Suarez got a pad and kept it out the back of the net. Now Washington coming up the other way. It's Faith Jordan. Tried to groove it in the middle, and then Malloy nearly reversed her goal, where she took a deflection into the back of the net. She almost did that herself. Now 2 minutes gone by here in the third. Still 2-0 for Northwood. Dyke from the red line keeps it in the zone. Washington, though, collects the puck. Madeline Hill weaving her way through neutral ice. Pressured by Sarah Martin, kicks it back up top. Blum with a one-timer, sticked away by Clausen. Blum again. Had the receiving end of the pass disrupted. Looking for the weak side option there was Alexandra Hemingway. Didn't get the shot off. Quackenbush trying to advance up ice. Has to scoop that puck off the boards. Front of her own bench, gets it over to Martin, who slaps it from the red line into the Washington zone. Kenna Gillis kicks it back to Dyke, who sends it in from the red line with 3 minutes elapsed here in the third. Monette from behind the goal in the offensive zone, trying to feed it into the middle. Monette digging away at it, but Suarez covers. Future Assumption commit will be spending her time in Worcester very, very soon. Class of 2025 graduate, the future Greyhound, having a busy day here between the pipes for the Pride. Now Vaderman scorching up the right wing for Washington, tries to fling it in towards goal, had her shot blocked in front. Georgia Gillis manages to connect with Monette, who blows by Kramer. Lost an edge there in neutral ice. Malloy back to Kim. Kim, good pass in the middle for Monette, who flings it towards goal. Suarez, pad save. Monette from behind the goal line. Dispossessed by Kramer. Stole. Backhand pass to Monette. Snapshot from the top of the near circle, blocked by Washington. Vaderman now. Nearly got the clearance, but Kim with a heads-up pickoff. Gets it in, tries to feed it in the middle, but she had a path towards goal. St. Pierre didn't get her stick on the ice for the puck. I think maybe she thought Kim was going to shoot it. 15:30 to go here in the third, and Crowley snaps it up ahead for her teammate LaChapelle, whose shot goes off the skates of O'Byrne in front. LaChapelle feeds it in the middle for Crowley. Crowley shoots. Pad save made. Suarez. Crowley had her dead to rights, but Suarez got across the crease to make the save, and now Washington with Villette comes up the right wing. And that one will knock the door open in the near side. A bump along the boards just sent that door flying open, and that will cause a whistle. Can't have that. So we'll restart in the offensive zone for Washington. Shot from the high circle. Takes a bounce wide. Centering feed does not connect for Washington. Bit too much mustard on that pass. Riley Griffiths in her own end. St. Pierre stick handling in her defensive zone. The confidence more than apparent from that one. McGee, good backhand pass, a good sequence as Blum enters offsides. I spoke too soon. Totally my bad on that one. Commentator's curse and a half. 14:29 to go in the third here. We'll restart here at neutral ice. Washington wins the puck. Off the boards and ahead to Prantner. Prantner, though, hauled down to the ice. Arm stays down. Elbrecht comes up with it. Elbrecht, self-pass off the boards. Connects with herself. Still Elbrecht. Finally, though, slowed down by the stalwart Ariana Evans. Madeline Hill slides the puck up ahead to Prantner. Prantner kicks it back to Hill. Hill, then Hemingway. And now with Evans. Evans and her pass cut out by Elbrecht, though it's cut out in turn by Cronforst. A chance here maybe for Washington. A shot sticked away, though, by Clausen. Hillary Wilkin, the future Catamount, comes up with the puck. Washington had a pass picked off by Sarah Martin. She snaps one towards goal just over the top. Now Campbell Hegarty tries to feed it to the weak side through Benson. Benson, though, just had her pass kick off the skate of a Northwood player in front. Up the left wing now for Northwood with Wilkin. Had her pass picked off by Vaderman. A good heads-up play there by the Pride defender. Sarah Martin now. The wrong end of a 2-on-3. Gets it out wide to Quackenbush. Quackenbush holds onto it. Gets it to Martin. Martin high far side circle. Spins away from pressure. Quackenbush high slot. Shot blocked in front well by Villette. Sophia Leto dumps it into the far corner there for the Pride. A shot from the board. Save made by Clausen. Didn't hold on to it, though. It's still alive behind her goal. Sarah Martin with it now for Northwood. Gets it out of the zone, but Quackenbush couldn't hold on to it. And a good decision there from Kathleen McGee to skate over that puck. If she touched it, it would have been a whistle. The Northwood entry is repelled by Washington. Gives the Pride enough time for a change, but coming up the right wing now with a head of steam was Monette. Good stick, though, there by Cronforst. Disrupts the play. Possession still with Northwood. Snapping it into the middle was Georgia Gillis. Gillis out wide to Stoll, who shot off the glove. 11:46 left to go here in the third period. Still 2-0 in favor of Northwood. Washington, though, had a few more chances in this period than perhaps any of the prior frames. It'll be an offensive zone draw, though, for Northwood, a whistle. So I think we might have had an encroachment to the face-off circle either way, though. Northwood will exchange their face-off representatives. It'll be Monette leaning in against Washington's Haley Benson. Shot comes in off the faceoff. Diving on it, though, is Suarez. I think she's ready for that play at this point. Northwood's came out with that look on the faceoff a few times now, and Suarez clearly recognizing it. Washington comes up with the puck this time. Around the boards for Kronforst. Gets it to neutral ice temporarily, and now a bit more permanently. She ends up with her stick on the ice, and I think we will have a penalty here, as coming towards the bench was Suarez, touched up though by Northwood with 11:24 to go. It'll be a slash against Northwood. I'll believe that is Emily Malloy, the future Holy Cross Crusader, who heads to the box. And a 2-minute power play presents itself here for the Pride. They win the puck in the offensive zone. McGee to the weak side. Kramer, backhand shot from the slot, stuffed by Clausen. And then cleared down the length. Of course, Northwood on the kill, so no icing called. Minute 30 left to go now on the power play for the Pride. They can't get it out from behind their own goal. Penelope St. Pierre making life less than pleasant for those Washington defenders here, both at even strength and now on the kill. From the near side half wall in the middle for Blum. The Pride come up the ice. Took them about 30 seconds and they will enter the zone offside to really slow down their momentum here. With a minute 4 to go on the skater advantage. A great chance here to have their deficit. Puck won by Northwood in the neutral zone. Good play out wide to the right wing for the Pride. Coming up with it is Benson. Sends it around the boards. Where it's continued by Hemingway. From behind the goal is a clearance. Northwood gets it down the length of the ice. 40 seconds left on the Pride power play. The Kronforst tried to stretch it up ahead to Benson. And Kronforst will have to collect on her own end after Northwood sent it back. 20 seconds to go on the Pride power play, and they are spinning their wheels in the mud a bit here. Stuck in their own end. That penalty kill forechecking by Northwood. Really, really good layers to it. Tough for these Pride players to break it down. Blum tries to play it ahead from behind the red line. It goes for an icing on the power play, and I think the Pride, as contradictory as it may seem, they might be ready to get back to even strength. 9:28 to go here in the third period. 4 seconds left on the Washington power play. And they will elapse here as we are back to even strength with 9:20 to go in the third. Offside again called here, and I believe that's another commentary curse, another one against my name here. As I mentioned earlier, not a lot of offside calls, and the last 2 minutes or so we've seen 3 or 4. Northwood wins the puck from neutral. It's back with Dyke. Dyke up ahead to Gillis. Gillis in the middle for Albrecht. Albrecht goes around the goal instead of shooting. Back up top to the blue line for Dyke, whose shot gets through everybody off the end boards. D for Dyke. Dyke towards goal, off the stick, and into the chest of Suarez. 8:55 to go in the third. Northwood really seems to have found their game here in the third period. Settling in the neutral zone especially stands out to me, really making it tough for the Pride to get from the blue line to red line, let alone the offensive zone. Dyke from the near point tries to get it in the middle for Kelly. Kelly keeps it going towards goal. Puck still loose in front. Kelly vied for the puck, had it knocked away by Suarez. Dyke from the point, directly off the shin of Faith Jordan. She would likely be feeling that one. Just poked across the blue line by the Pride, and then I think that was Autumn Kelly there who made the play on the puck to force the whistle out of the referee. 8:20 to go in the third. Washington looking for a pair of goals here to get even with Northwood as Northwood leads 2-0. Pride win the puck back. It goes D to D over to Evans. Evans tries to work it over to the weak side for Villette. Villette dispossessed along the boards by LaChapelle. The future Terrier weaves away from the pressure of one, and as she falls to the ice, plays it up ahead to her teammate Crowley, who shoots and scores! Megan Crowley gets in on the party, makes it a third, and a really nice snipe there from the far side of the circle. Put it top right. Suarez, who's had a great game so far, couldn't do anything about that one. Picture perfect shot. And we'll restart at center ice with Northwood now leading by 3. LaChapelle, Malloy, and now Crowley, the goal scorers for the team wearing white and blue here today on the red rink. Centering feed for Washington does not find anyone wearing black and gold, only blue and white, as Monette takes it into the offensive zone for Northwood. Nearly offside there, Taylor Stoll. Picked off, though, by McGee. McGee takes the zone for Washington, flings it towards goal, off the end boards. Bloom with the rebound effort, put it wide. Tough fall there along the boards as a shot comes in high slot. Everybody back up on their own 2 feet. Great to see. Icing avoided, as there was not enough oomph on that puck to put it all the way down the length. Vaderman from the near side boards has her pass kick off the skates of Hemingway. Inopportune position for the Pride. Got the tip there to Monette, just not enough of the puck to get it on goal. Vaderman around the boards looking for Kramer. Dispossessed as Sarah Martin wins it back. For a moment on the forecheck, Kronforst gets away with the puck through neutral ice for Pride. Cut out well by Dyke. Gets it up ahead to Hillary Wilkin. Goes down the length for icing with 6:22 to go. 3-0 in favor of Northwood. So we'll keep an eye on that Washington Pride goal. Maria Suarez, you could argue, has been the best player on the ice for the Pride, but they may have to send her to the bench here and opt for that extra skater. It is quite early to do that, I am fully aware, but it is nearing that time. It is the playoffs here early on Saturday morning. Northwood gets the clear to neutral ice. Benson from the right wing nearly got it ahead for Hegarty, but Dyke just gets there in time. Good speed by the Northwood defender. Sarah Martin now spearheading a 3-on-2. Drops it off where the shot is saved. Wilkin was the one who fired it from the slot, but a blocker stopped the puck from going in the net. Wilkin tried to do a bit of a body feint there. The puck didn't move enough for her to collect it herself. Quackenbush, though, comes up with it. Sends it around the boards for Suarez to play. Coming up on the final 5 minutes of play here in the third period, and we'll have to wait a little bit longer to see that minute go down to 4 because it's an icing here against Washington. They'll go down the length into the Northwood offensive end. It'll be Elbrecht taking the face-off here for Northwood. Puck won, though, by Sophia Leto for the Pride. Held in the zone by Malloy. She snaps one towards goal, caught a piece of a Washington defender and goes wide. Kenna Gillis having to avoid the obstacle that is the referee behind the goal there. Kim Elbrecht working the two-player game along the boards, disrupted by Vaderman. They'll have to try to get that one out of the far corner. Elbrecht, though, making her life difficult, gets the puck away for Northwood. Malloy from the point, dispossessed by Vaderman, who sends it to neutral ice with 4 minutes 25 to go here in the third. Kramer, McGee, and Leto. We'll go for icing here with 4:09. Still 3-0 in Washington. Yet to really get a good clearance to give Suarez the opportunity to exit her goal. Need to get it done at even strength for now before they get that extra skater out there. Shot off the faceoff. The rebound, they score! Megan Crowley gets her second of the game off the rebound. Suarez with a good save through traffic, but Crowley was wide open on the weak side. Makes it a fourth for Northwood. Four minutes to go. 4 goals to score for the Washington Pride. They want to tie this one up. I'll let you do the math on the goals per minute they need. And here it is now with Cronforce. Chance to start a 2-on-2. Taking the zone, but Monette gets back in time to disrupt it. And lost an edge there was Hemingway. I think she stood on top of the puck and just had her feet go out from under her. Puck goes back to neutral ice. O'Byrne kicks it out to Cronforce. Cronforce trying to force her way towards goal is unable to do so. Simple math there, a 1v4 against the Pride player. Now we near the 3-minute mark. A little catch in the defensive zone there between, I think that was Benson and Kramer. Benson gets it along the left wing. Frozen in the far corner. Northwood more than happy to see the seconds tick off that clock. Under 3 minutes left now. Slapped back into neutral ice by Hurlbert, and she will have to stay as there was an icing. 2:48 to go. An offensive zone draw here for the Pride. Suarez still in goal for Washington. So maybe opting to leave her in the crease. We'll redo that face-off. A bit of a, I think, a linesman error there. Pride win it again on the restart, but it's knocked down behind the goal line by Blum. McGee has to give chase. Blum comes up with the puck. Up top for Vaderman, middle of the blue line, back to Blum. Backhand pass off the half wall, looking for McGee near corner. Suarez still in goal. We'll see if she comes out. Trying to center it there was Vaderman, but it comes away with Kim. Kim, who's had a very steady game at defense for Northwood, had that one skitter away from her, and I think the referee, a bit of a tough view there, thought Clausen covered the puck. It was very much so still loose, however. So we will restart an offensive zone face-off here for the Pride. Tough break for Washington, down a quartet of goals here late in the third. Around the boards, Hemingway. Hemingway still with it, tries to go top, bins off the mask of Clausen. The follow-up effort goes over. Hemingway to the weak side, shot blocked in front. Dyke got herself in the way of it. Under 2 minutes to go now, minute 45 to be exact. Comes up with Northwood, they clear their lines in the middle for Sarah Martin. Martin gets past one, kicked out to Quackenbush. Drags it past the defender. Quackenbush tries to work it in the middle. We'll have a call here. I think that will go against Quackenbush. Bit of a unfriendly hit there. So the Pride of a power play here as Quackenbush heads to the box for tripping. Suarez still in goal. Pride go to work here on the power play. They will conclude this game on the power play. That one got through traffic, just went wide by an inch. McGee flings it towards goal. Glove saved by Clausen. Minute 11 now to go here in the third. Northwood wins the draw around the boards, connecting there with Kenna Gillis. Gillis sends it off the Washington Pride bench, and now we are into the final minute of play here in this third period. Blum spins away from pressure. Still Casey Blum. That one just goes too far out in front, and it goes for an offensive zone draw here with 47.1. Northwood wins the puck off the draw in their own end, but the Pride come up with possession, trying to get on the board here in the decaying moments of this game. Penelope St. Pierre goes over to Crowley, who's looking for a third. Just misplayed the puck off a pretty stiff pass by St. Pierre. 15 seconds to go here, and Washington clears to neutral ice. Sent back to the Washington zone, and it's all but official here with 5 seconds to go. Washington sends it out wide to Haley Benson, and as the buzzer sounds, it is Northwood who takes the victory by a score of 4-0. Megan Crowley scores a pair of goals, while LaChapelle and Malloy add scores themselves to pitch the shutout here on Saturday. JWHL action will be right back here at the Red Rink in about 10, 15, maybe 20 minutes.